Hi guys, this is Omer from MMOHut.com. I'm the first impressions gameplay video for Lunia, Record of Lunia War, a 2.5D anime-inspired action MMORPG published by Iggy. Now I'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes running around checking this game out, make some comments. If you guys want to play Lunia or just learn more about it, do check it out for review on the link below. So let's go ahead and play on the one server there is, Solden. Now I know what you guys are thinking, I've already done a video for this in the past before, but the thing is that video was almost a year old now. I did that back in December 2009, and a lot has changed with the game, plus the audio quality wasn't so good, so I felt like just going ahead and doing another one. So enough of that, let's go ahead and create our character. Let's click create new over here. Now it is an anime inspired MMORPG by Iggy, the same guys behind a lot of other games, but let's go ahead and choose our character. So wow, a lot has changed already. I remember back when I did my other video, there were only like 5 or 6 playable classes in the game. Now it looks like we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 15 playable classes. Though I think only one, she's a new one. We got Engineer and Dark Princess, which are both new. I like her, she's a floating chick. But we have 2, 4, 6 playable classes early on. And the rest you have to unlock by playing the game, completing quests, and others. This guy looks awesome. He's got like a machine gun for an arm. He's like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII. But a lot of these guys you have to actually buy in the cash shop, which I think is kind of silly. I think the game should actually give you the option to unlock all the classes without paying, but some of them you can actually unlock by just playing the game. Others you have to buy in the cash shop. But I'm going to go ahead and play the Dark Princess. But one problem with Lunia is that the characters are actually, there's actually no appearance customization whatsoever. But it tells you that easy, average, or hard on how to play them, but let's go create them. So let's make my name. Accept, okay. Because my regular name will probably be taken, so I just added 2 T's. And let's go click, what is it, next down over here and enter the game. This loading screen is so win. We got the random chibi characters from the game. But yeah, there's no appearance customization, which kind of sucks. But I'm going to quickly pause. Guys, extensive gameplay may be risky to your health. I'm going to go ahead and resume when this loads. Alright guys, here I am. The game gave an option to go ahead and do a tutorial, but I went ahead and skipped that. But as I was saying before, there's no actual character creation in Lunia. Instead, it's really just a character selection. There's like 6 characters you choose from, playable classes early on, and you just select it. I mean, the classes are gender locked, and you can't really customize anything. But as you can see right now, I am in the game's Persistent World hub area. Here, basically, you grab quests, talk to other players, talk to NPCs, get quests, and all of that. So let's go talk to Maya over here. She got the green exclamation over her head. It doesn't have the yellow exclamation like most games, so it's definitely a unique game right there. I can already tell you that. So we just got one quest over there about gold coin, and it is a repeatable quest, which is always a win. But wow, this place is really packed. And Lunia is actually one of the more popular MMORPGs that Iggy actually publishes. So let's go talk to Lynetta. We got more quests over here to grab, and wow, there are a lot of quests on this one. I accept all of these one at a time. I got Bounty Hunter, Guardian Forest, Fighter, Mystic Snow Girl, and Wolf in War. The translation on the quest dialogues are usually not that great, but it's not that bad. And there's actually a little button over here that says new episode quest available, so I can go get both of these right now. That's kind of cool. It kind of tells you, ooh, I got a nice opening cutscene over here. Actually, as you begin levels, as you start new levels in the game, you actually have a little cutscene before the level actually begins. I went and just clicked over here, so I'm seeing this beforehand. But normally this would play after you start a level. And at the beginning of every level, there's a nice little cutscene explaining the game's story. And at the end of the level, there's another scene. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and skip that. And over here, like I said, is basically where you interact with other players. This is one instance town. Once you leave town, it becomes instanced again, so you can't randomly bump into each other, as you would in most persistent worlds. But if you guys click over here, let's go move it to the right over here. I can go click select stage as well, but I'm going to move over here. And the way the game works is, it's actually very linear in its progression. There's 7 different episodes, which are actually worlds, like you in a Mario game, and there are 10 different levels in each of them. 10 different stages. So each of the 7 episodes have 10 stages. And once you clear one stage, you move on to the next one, onto the next one, and so forth. Once I clear all 10 of these stages, I can unlock episode 2, then episode 3, episode 4, and so forth. So again, the game is very linear, but it actually works out really well because it gives the game a lot of direction. And this was one of the first MMORPGs to actually do this. Other games actually all copied this. But for now, let's go ahead and select episode 1. But before I do that, like I said, Lunia received a major graphical update recently. If we go to our options tab over here, and we can hopefully enable that. If we go to change view, we have classic view and enhanced view. So let's go ahead and try enhanced view. And let's click apply. Whoa, it just zoomed in ourselves. So the game does look different now, and it plays more like a traditional action MMORPG now. And we'll see what that's about in a second. I haven't actually tried this view yet in combat or anything, but even so, they actually did update the graphics. But I still like the fact that they maintained the really sleek anime-inspired graphics, because I think the anime-inspired graphics look really nice in this game. But let's go and click over here and click Quick Party, and that should hopefully party us up with some random person. if all works correctly. Otherwise, I'll be running the mission alone. Alright, this is an awesome loading screen like last time. But I'm going to go ahead and resume when this loads. Alright, level just started, and we got a nice go arrow move telling us to go to the right. And this character is saying, I have a bad feeling about this. There's a little scene over there. I can go and click this for now, but I'm not going to. Because I already saw the first scene already. So let's go kill these wolves. And the game actually plays much like a classical action RPG from like the arcade or something. Maybe something like Gauntlet Legends. And again, this is the first MMORPG that actually did this. This was originally released back in 2007, but the guys behind the game, Alum, I think it's a Korean developer, has been doing an awesome job keeping the game up to date. Because as you saw, there was a lot of playable classes in the game, much more than originally. Plus, there was only 6 episodes a while ago, so they added the 7th episode recently too. And I suspect they'll do a good job keeping the game up to date, because I'm sure they're already working on an 8th episode. But one problem with the game structure is that once you complete all 7 episodes and clear all the stages, there's really not much else PvE left in the game. I mean, you can always rerun the missions, and you actually kind of have to do some of the quests in the game, but you won't be seeing any new content right away. Though, it'll take a long time to magically clear everything. You can't do it all in one sitting. That would be really ridiculous if you could. And levels themselves are, I mean, if you've played Lunia, and you've played newer games like Dungeon Fighter Online, Soul Master, or even Drukonica Online, you'll quickly notice that all of those other games actually copied, I don't want to say, they're not like Lunia clones or anything like that, but they copied the way the game is structured, because all those games as well, there's a persistent world town area, just like there is in Lunia, and I am failing at killing this guy because I should have stabbed him while he's on the floor, but there's a persistent world town area, and when you leave town, you have the instance missions. I mean, Lunia, I believe, was one of the first, if not the first, MMORPGs to actually do that. And now there's actually a lot more games than just the ones I mentioned. I mean, I can't think of too many off the top of my head. You got Fist of Fu as well. And there's just I mean, Vindictus even does that now too. You have the persistent world town area, you go on the boat, and then you go into the actual individual missions, which are all instanced. And those were all inspired from Lunia, the way Lunia did the system. And I think Lunia did it really well that other games wanted to at least copy it, because, I mean, it's a good system. It works really well. You would think it's linear and it can get boring fast, but the linearity isn't a big deal, because each individual stage is pretty fun too. I mean, they're pretty easy early on, but they do get more and more difficult. But the fact that you can do them with other players gives the game a really fun co-op experience. I mean, all MMORPGs are co-op to a degree, because there's a lot of other people in the game. And there's a secret thing over here, but let me go get it. See if I can get over there. I am bumping into trees. Oh noes. Yes, secret found. I'm gonna get out of here for now. It's too hard to get that treasure chest. The screen is borking. But each level actually has a bunch of secret spots too you can actually try finding. And the first few are pretty easy, but they get more difficult later on to try finding those. And in those chests are nice little rewards. These orcs trying to kill me. But like I said earlier, the game is really easy early on, and this first level should be pretty short. They do get much more difficult later on though, which, should be expected. And the levels get a lot longer too. I mean, a lot longer. So right now, you can see in the top left over here, I'm going to go ahead and circle this with my mouse, my awesome mouse. I have 2 lives right now, and my HP's up there too. And basically, I can die twice. I'll just resurrect. But afterwards, it's a game over, and I got to start the level all over again. So again, it gives the game sort of a Gauntlet Legend kind of feel to it, because it's linear like that. And we got boss attack. At the end of each stage is a boss. And usually the bosses are difficult. This first one is probably going to be really easy. I should be able to own this guy. You can see his HP. Oh my god, he's attacking me. And you can see they're really easy to dodge early on. But they do get less predictable later on. But the trick is always to try dodging them. And they always let their attacks be known. Like the silly bosses they are. Why do bosses do that? Alright, but this guy's going to be really easy. I'm going to grind through him. I actually have a skill I'm not even using. I'm going to try using this now. Strike of Darkness. So let's go up to this guy and use it. And it does so much damage. I got punched though, but it's no big deal because I can afford it. And I'm going to try dodging this guy. And I'm going to try my awesome skill again. It does so much damage. But it's on cooldown. Nope, cooldown's about to go away. I just got slapped again, and I missed. Come on. I'm kind of liking this character, though. It's sort of a mix of a melee character and a magician, because I have this melee skill over here. But I just killed this guy over here, and I'm going to go loot some treasure chests. And at the end of each stage, you'll see that it should give me a score. Yep, stage clear. So again, guys, the one big con with the game is its appearance customization, and it's linear. If you think if that's a problem with the game, I think the linearity is actually pretty cool. It gives the game some direction. You never actually get lost. I mean, you always know where to go. And like I said before, this is one of the first games that did that. So at the end of each stage, we get to choose an item, and let's see what's inside. I got a coin box of Elven Fairy and 4 silver coins over there. Well, 4 1 silver coins, which means 4 silver coins. But again, I completed this stage by myself. If you actually complete with other people at the same time, you work co-op with other players, the levels actually get more difficult and it scales up, and the loot gets better too. So it's always fun to do these with other players, and plus if you play with people you know, these levels are actually really fun. Let's go click complete over here. Let's see how much experience I get for this quest. Oh, I get to see another cutscene over here. It's also cool that the game actually has these cutscenes. Not really cutscenes, but really story sequences. And they're kind of like an anime / manga comic style. And it's cool that the game has them because most games don't have anything like this. I mean, most games are, ready, set, go, grind. With very little story. Because nobody really reads their quest descriptions. And I think this is probably a better way to introduce the game story to you in these nice cutscenes over here. The story is kind of silly too, but it's something, to do with the game. And I just got some awesome experience for that. I had like 10%, but that leveled me up right away. So, click M to see my skills. Alright, looks like you get 1 skill point each level. Alright, you can assign earned skill points at the skill list. And you have, 3, 4, 5 different skill trees over here, which is pretty cool. Though I can't get any of these yet. I need to level 10 for these. But there are 5 distinctly different skill trees. And they can each be leveled up to about 10 points, which is pretty ridiculous because, I mean, you can't actually learn everything in the game because you only get 1 skill point per level. So you got to kind of, pick what skills you want to stick with and you want to go with those. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and get Revenge of Darkness. I even read it, but let's see what it does. It's actually thrown into my hotkey bar automatically. But let's go talk to Ear and move on to the next one. And let's go get this quest. And I can go in and click, enter stage, or go to the next stage. And let's see what happens. And again, I will resume once this loads. Alright, I just went ahead and get started on my next mission. Let's go talk to Dane over here for more quests. And I think I should get another cutscene. Let's see. Yep, I have another cutscene over here. Wow, the smell inside is so good. I'm liking this chick over here, though. Damn, I'm tired too. Well then, let's have a meal here. I'm going to go ahead and close this again because I want to save some time on this. But they're definitely worth reading if you're going to play the game. Oh, I don't want to abandon, my bad. Let's go get this one too. Close. Let's get this quest. That's already done. Let's complete it. And let's keep on going. And once you break these rocks, we are starting the level. And that means no other players. Yeah, it says if you break the rocks over there, other players can't join the level. So right now, I will be the only one in this mission. And again, if you want to play with other players, you probably should because the levels do get more difficult. And it's always more fun to play with others. I mean, after all, what's the point of playing an MMO if you're playing it solo? But this is one of those games you actually could play solo if you want to. Much like you can Divine Souls. That's another game that really copied the Lunia-like gameplay, Divine Souls. But the levels, again, do get more interesting later on. There's a nice little scene over there, which we're going to go check out right now, with a bunch of orcs attacking. And the levels get a lot longer and more difficult later on. But I really like the gameplay here. And I like it because it's really simple and straightforward. I mean, you have A and S, and then all your attack hotkeys, and that's it, like your skill hotkeys. And the simplicity really makes the game fun because anyone can just pick up the game and start playing. There's very little learning curve. It's just really an arcade brawler game. And one of the first ones out there, like I said, and I do want to give it props for that. So it's mass own these orcs over here. Let's try using my new skill in a second. Man, 22 chain. As you get more chains, it keeps track of it at the top over there. Let's try clicking 2 over here now. Whoa. Another random skill I have. Anyway, let's go kill a few more of these guys. Well, guys, I actually am running out of time. If you guys do want to play Lunia or just learn more about it, do check it out for a review. That is a big meat over there. Do check it out for a review on the link below. There you guys.